Hello class 9 students. Today at first I'll teach you exercise 4.3 question number 8. Please look at the question. In countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in countries like India it is measured in Celsius. Here is a linear equation that converts Fahrenheit to Celsius. That is one of the formula which I wrote here also. F is equal to 9 by 5C plus 32. With the help of this, question number 1 they are asking, draw the graph of linear equation in two variables by using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. Question number 1, they are asking to draw the graph based on this equation. That is the relationship between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 into Celsius plus 32. Now, how to make the graph you know. You should make one table. Upside you write C, bottom you write F. C for x, that is x-axis, already they told. F for y. So C inside the bracket you write x, F you write y. Now since this number is a bit large, we cannot take it 1, 2, 3, 4 this time. You should go for 10, 20, 30, 40. So when C is 10, we cannot take xy here. It's given about C and F only. That's why when C is 10, F is equal to 9 by 5 into 10 plus 32. After cancellation, we are getting 18 plus 32, which is 50. So first point, C is 10, F is 50. C is your x, F is your y. Now second I have taken C is 20, then F is equal to 9 by 5 into 20 plus 32. After cancellation, after multiplication, you are getting 68. So second point, 20 and 68. Third point, C is equal to minus 40. Any number you can take, that's up to you. So I have taken minus 40, there is some reason also. Later on you will know. Therefore F is equal to 9 by 5 into minus 40. After cancellation you are getting 9 into minus 8, that is minus 72 plus 32, which is coming out minus 40. Now by plotting these 3 points, let me show you the graph first. After that, rest of the question answers we will discuss in question number 8. So we have 3 points, 10, 50, 20, 68, minus 40, minus 40. Now how to handle the graph, you know that this is the graph. From top to bottom, you make it y-axis. Left to right, you make it x-axis. This corner you mark by x, this is x dash. Upside y, bottom will be y dash. And here is the origin. This time we are taking 10, 20, 30, 40. So right side of origin, you know x is positive. So you can mark 10, 20, 30, 40 like that up to 70. Wherever I am writing, in the same place you should do that. Left side of x will be negative. So minus 10, minus 20 like that till minus 70. Upside, that is above the origin, for y-axis you can start 10, 20, 30, 40 till 100 you mark because it is required. And bottom also you mark minus 10, minus 20 up to minus 100. Because you know that right side x is positive, left side x is negative, upside y positive, bottom y negative. And this time scale should be adjusted. For x and y axis, 1 centimeter taken 10 degrees. Because we are talking about degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit, that's why 1 centimeter should be taken 10 degrees. 10 degrees. So 10 degrees. Now first point, we have 10 and 50. So from origin x is 10, y is 50. This is the first point, 10, 50. Second point, x is 20 till this much and y is 68. Positive. So 60, then you can count 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. This is your 20, 68. Third point is given minus 40, minus 40. So left side of origin x is negative, that is minus 40, then come down this also minus 40. So 3 points we are plotting, 10, 50, 20, 68 and minus 40, minus 40. And by connecting this, we are going to get a straight line. Upside we have taken A, bottom we are marking B. And in this empty place, we can write the equation f is equal to 9 by 5 c plus 32. Now second question. Graph already done. Please draw the graph perfectly. Now second question they said, if the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, then what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? If temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So second question, I wrote when C is equal to 30, then F how much? From the sketch you observe, when C is 30, from 30 by dot dot lines till your straight line, till your graph, you make an imaginary line. So Y is coming 86 till this much. That's why I made the dotted lines. When X is 30, Y is coming 86. That's why second answer I wrote after making graph. When C is 30, from the graph we are getting F is 86. No calculation. Observe from the graph. So the temperature in Fahrenheit scale is 86 degree Fahrenheit. So with the help of this we have drawn the graph. Now first answer completed. Second they said if the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, then what is the temperature in Celsius? So when F is 95, observe C how much. When F is 95, from origin F means Y. Up to 95 you count. Then from here by making dotted lines till your straight line you can move. Then come down up to the x-axis. So when F is 95, X is coming 35. That's why third answer we wrote when F is equal to 95, C is 35. Therefore temperature in Celsius scale is 35 degrees Celsius. Now question number 4. They said if the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, then what is the temperature in Fahrenheit scale? And if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, then what is the temperature in Celsius scale? So first is given temperature 0 degree Celsius. So when C is 0, look at the sketch. When C is 0, that is in the origin only, C means X, then F is coming to this much, that is 32. When C is 0, that's why I wrote F is 32. The temperature in Fahrenheit scale is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Now second one in the same question, when F is 0, F is 0 means the point will come on the x-axis. So here the line crosses the x-axis. So here is the point. If F is 0, C will be, you can count, it is reaching between minus 17 and minus 18. So approximate I have taken minus 18. That's why this answer I wrote, the temperature in Celsius scale is minus 18 degrees Celsius. And last question they are asking, is there a temperature which is numerically same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius scale? Answer is yes. There is a temperature which is numerically same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius, and that is how much? Minus 40 degree Celsius also, Fahrenheit also. That's why here I have taken minus 40, minus 40. Even on the graph also, you can observe minus 40, minus 40. That means Celsius, Fahrenheit both are equal temperature. So minus 40 is that temperature which is numerically same in Celsius also, Fahrenheit also. With this our question number 8 gets over. Now same exercise, question number 9 I'll teach. Question, the force exerted to pull a cart is directly proportional to the acceleration. That means more force, more acceleration will be produced, less force, less acceleration will be produced. They are telling us to make linear equation in two variables and draw the graph. By taking a constant mass equal to 6 kg, they told us to use this constant mass. And from the graph to read the force required when the acceleration produced is 5 meter per second square and 6 meter per second square. After drawing the graph, you will do these two questions. So it is given that force is directly proportional to acceleration. This is a symbol for proportional variation. Directly proportional means this quantity more means this also will be more, less means this also will be less. That is called directly proportional. So more force, more acceleration, less force, less acceleration. When you will remove this symbol and you will make equal sign, one constant should come. That constant you can write as a constant mass into acceleration, because they told to use constant mass. Now to make the linear equation in two variables, let the acceleration be x, force be y, and constant mass it is given in the question 6 kg. So force I have taken y, constant mass 6, acceleration x. So linear equation in two variables I am getting y equal to 6x. Please be perfect. Now since later on I have to find out force required when acceleration is this much and that much, that's why here I cannot take 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll take in terms of 10, 20, 30, 40. That means scale I have to adjust here because of the second part. So in place of x, first I am taking 10. So I made the table x, y. Minimum 3 points should be selected. When x is 10, y I am getting 60. When x is 0, y also 6 into 0, 0 only. When x is minus 10, y is minus 60. So 3 points I got it, 10, 60, 0, 0, minus 10, minus 60. Now this will plot on the graph. Whole page you can utilize from top to bottom. That is your y-axis. Upside taken by capital Y, downside y dash. Then left to right you can make another axis. This corner capital X, this corner x dash. Scale should be adjusted for x and y axis 1 centimeter 10 units. 1 centimeter 10 units. Now first point I am putting, when x is 0, y is 0. So point will be at the center only. This is 0, 0. When x is 10, y is 60, the point is coming here. And when x is minus 10, y is minus 60, x minus 10, y minus 60, point is coming here. By joining these 3 points, you get a straight line, and upside you mark A, downside you mark B, and equation you can put wherever empty place is there near the line, y equal to 6x. Make sure that these 3 points should pass through a common line. After finishing this graph perfectly, then second question and third question. Question number 1 and 2. Read from the graph. They said, force required when acceleration produced 5 meter per second square and 6 meter per second square. So from the graph number 1, you can write when acceleration produced is 5 meter per second square, then the force is how much? To read from the graph, they said, and when acceleration is produced 6 meter per second square, then the force will be how much? Look at from the sketch. Acceleration is taken by x. When acceleration is 5, it is coming here nearly. So from 5, you just by making a dotted line, you go up till your line. So till this much, till this straight line. So this point is coming 30. That means when acceleration produced 5 meter per second square, force required 30 Newton. Now when acceleration is 6, next to 5 it is 6, because scale I have taken 1 centimeter 10 units. So this is 6 now. From 6 you can go up till your straight line. So till this much it is coming. That is 36, the measurement. So when acceleration 6 meter per second square, force required 30 Newton. That's why I have written first one 30, second one 36. That's why first answer I wrote 30 Newton force required when the acceleration is 5. And when the acceleration is 6, we need 36 Newton. So, exercise 4.3, question number 8 and 9 completed. So, with this, I am concluding today. Bye.